All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the podcast. Where we read about financial wealth, gaining financial literacy, financial IQ, whatever you want to call it. We read about, or I read about, the books that are just self, self progression, right? Reading books that are going to be a positive outlook in our life. So it can be anything, man. It can be right now, I got reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad series, got it started up. So be sure you guys follow the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, drop that sub or a like. Make sure you got that does wonders for the channel. Definitely want to keep growing and become a better reader, obviously. I'm not a bad reader, but reading these books, it just makes me want to read more and give more to you guys. Right now I got the podcast up too as well, and hopefully you guys tune in for the podcast. Links are in the bio, and everything. All my social media platforms and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook if you want. That's my daughter in the back, Emma. Okay. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get into reading chapter 7, all right? So I already read up to, chapter 7. Almost done with the book, and then next book I'll be reading. I'll probably post another video on just like which book I should read next. I got now I got 4 books that I recently bought. Hey, Coco, stop it. So, without further ado, let's get into it because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to read the book here. And, with all the dog here just barking, I'm about to kick her. Anyway, get into it. Let's start off chapter 7, Overcoming Obstacles, okay? So let's start out with this book here. The primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they manage fear. Interesting. That's my daughter watching the Addams Family cartoon. She loves that movie, and it's great actually. We just watched the second one. It's fantastic. But anyway, on to the book. So once people have studied and become financially literate, they may still face roadblocks to becoming financially independent. There are 5 main reasons why financially literate people may still not develop abundant asset columns that could produce a large cash flow. The 5 reasons are: number 1, fear. Number 2, cynicism. Number 3, laziness. Number 4, bad habits. Number 5, arrogance. Overcoming fear. I have never met anyone who really likes losing money. All in all, and in all my years, I have never met a rich person who has never lost money. But I have met a lot of poor people who have never lost a dime, investing, that is. The fear of losing money is real. Everyone has it, right? Everyone doesn't like, no one likes to lose money. But anyway, even the rich, it's not having fear that is the problem. It's how you handle fear. It's how you handle losing. It's how you handle failure that makes a difference in one's life. The primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they manage the fear. It's okay to be fearful. It's okay to be a coward when it comes to money. You still can be rich, or you can still be rich. We're all heroes at something and cowards at something else. My friend's wife is an emergency room nurse. When she sees blood, she flies into action. When I mention investing, she runs away. When I see blood, I don't run, I pass out. I guess me and Rob share the same. But anyway, my rich dad understood phobias about money. Some people are terrified of snakes. Some people are terrified about losing money. Both are phobias, he would say. So his solution to the phobia of losing money was a little rhyme. If you hate risk and worry, start early. Interesting. If you start young, it's easier to be rich. I won't go into it here, but there's a staggering difference between a person who starts investing at the age of 21 versus age 30. The purchase of Manhattan Island is said to be one of the greatest bargains of all time. New York was purchased for $24 in trinkets and beads. Yet, if that $24 had been invested at 8% and annually, that $24 would have been worth more than $28 trillion by 1995. Manhattan could be be purchased with money left over to buy much of Los Angeles. But what if you don't have much time left or would like to retire early? How do you handle the fear of losing money? My poor dad did nothing. He simply avoided the issue, refusing to discuss the subject. My rich dad, on the other hand, recommended that I think like a Texan. I like Texas and Texans, he would say, or he used to say. In Texas, everything is bigger. When Texans win, they win big. And when they lose, it's spectacular. They like losing, I asked? That's not what I'm saying. Nobody likes losing. Show me a happy loser, and I'll show you a loser, said Rich Dad. It's a Texan's attitude towards risk, reward, and failure I'm talking about. It's how they handle life. They live it big. Not like most of the people around here living like roaches when it comes to money, terrified that someone will shine a light on them and whimpering like when the grocery clerk shortchanges them a quarter. Rich Dad went on. What I like best is a Texas attitude. They're proud when they win and they brag when they lose. Texans have a saying: if you're going to go broke, go big. Go big. You don't want to admit when you broke or you went broke over a duplex. He constantly told Mike and me that the greatest reason for lack of financial success was because most people played it safe. People are afraid of losing, that they lose, were their words. Okay, hold on. People are so afraid of losing that they lose, were his words, okay? Fran Trinkenton, I guess I'm pronouncing that name wrong, last name. A one-time great NFL quarterback says, it's still another way. Winning means being unafraid to lose. In my own life, I've noticed that winning usually follows losing. Before I finally learned to ride a bike, I first fell down many times. I've never met a golfer who has never lost a golf ball. I've never met people who have fallen in love, who have never had their heart broken. And I've never met someone rich who has never lost money. So for most people, the reason they don't win financially is because the pain of losing money is far greater than the joy of being rich. Another saying in Texas is everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Most people dream of being rich, but they are terrified of losing money, so they never get to heaven. Rich Dad used to tell Mike and me stories about his trips to Texas. If you really want to learn the attitude of how to handle risk, losing, and failure, go to San Antonio and visit the Alamo. The Alamo is a great story of brave people who chose to fight, knowing there was no hope of success. They chose to die instead of surrendering. It's an inspiring story worthy of study. Nonetheless, it's still a tragic military defeat. They got their butts kicked. So how do Texans handle failure? They still shout, "Remember the Alamo." Mike and I heard this story a lot. He always told us this story when he was about to go into a big deal and he was nervous. After he had done all his due diligence and it was time to put up or shut up, he told us this story. Every time he was afraid of making a mistake or losing money, he told us this story. It gave him strength, for it reminded him that he could always turn a financial loss into a financial win. Rich Dad knew that failure would only make him stronger and smarter. It's not that he wanted to lose, he just knew who he was and how he would take a loss. He would take a loss and make it a win. That's what made him a winner and others losers. It gave him the courage to cross the line when others backed out. That's why I like Texans so much, he would say. They took a great failure and turned it into an inspiration, as well as tourist destination that makes them millions. But probably his words that meant the most to me today are these: Texans don't bury their failures, they get inspired by them. They take their failures and turn them into rally cries. Failure inspires Texans to become winners, but that formula is not just the formula for Texans, it's the formula for all winners. I've said that falling off my bike was part of learning to ride. I remember falling off only made me more determined to learn to ride, not less. I also said that I have never met a golfer who has never lost a ball. For top professional golfers, losing a ball or a tournament provides the inspiration to be better, to practice harder, to study more. That's what makes them better. For winners, losing inspires them. For losers, losing defeats them. I like the quote John D. Rockefeller, who said, "I've always tried to turn every disaster into an opportunity." And being Japanese American, I can say this. Many people say that Pearl Harbor was an American mistake. I say it was a Japanese mistake. From the movie Tora, a somber Japanese admiral says to his cheering subordinates, I am afraid we have awakened a sleeping giant. Remember Pearl Harbor becoming a rallying cry? It turned one of the greatest losses into the reason to win. This great defeat gave America strength, and America soon emerged as a world power. Failure inspires winners, and failures defeat losers. It is the biggest secret of winners. It's a secret that losers do not know. The greatest secret of winners is that failure inspires winning. Thus, they're not afraid of losing. Repeating Frank Tarkenton's quote, winning means being unafraid to lose. People like Fran Tankerton are not afraid of losing because they know who they are. They hate losing, so they know that losing will only inspire them to become better. There is a difference between hating losing and being afraid to lose. Most people are so afraid of losing money that they lose. They go broke over a duplex. Financially, they play life too safe and too small. They buy big houses and big cars, but not big investments. The main reason that over 90% of the American public struggles financially is because they play not to lose. They don't play to win. They go to their financial planners or accountants or stockbrokers and buy a balanced portfolio. Most have lots of cash in CDs, low yield bonds, mutual funds that can be traded within a mutual fund family, and a few individual stocks. It is a safe and sensible portfolio, but it's not a winning portfolio. It is a portfolio of someone playing not to lose. Don't get me wrong, it's probably a better portfolio than more than 70% of the population has, and that's frightening. It's a great portfolio for someone who loves safety, but playing it safe and balanced on your investment portfolio is not the way successful investors play the game. If you have little money and you want to be rich, you must first be focused, not balanced. If you look at any successful person at the start, they were not balanced. Balanced people go nowhere. They stay in one spot. To make progress, you must first go unbalanced. Just look at how you make progress walking. Thomas Edison was not balanced. He was focused. Bill Gates was not balanced. He was focused. Donald Trump is focused. George Soros is focused. George Patton did not take his tanks wide. He focused them and blew through the weak spots in the German line. The French went wide with the Magnet line, and you know what happened to them. If you have any desire to be rich, you must focus. Do not do what poor and middle class people do. Put their few eggs in one basket, put their few eggs in many baskets. Put a lot of your eggs in a few baskets and focus. Only one course until successful. If you hate losing, play it safe. If losing makes you weak, play it safe. Go with balanced investments. If you're over 25 years old and are terrified of taking risks, don't change. Play it safe, but start early. Start accumulating your nest egg early because it will take time. But if you have dreams of freedom, of getting out of the rat race, the first question to ask yourself is, how do I respond to failure? If failure inspires you to win, maybe you should go for it, but only maybe. If failure makes you weak or causes you to throw temper tantrums like spoiled brats who call attorneys to file lawsuits every time something doesn't go their way, then play it safe. Keep your daytime job or buy bonds or mutual funds. But remember, there is a risk in those financial instruments also, even though they may appear safe. I say all of this mentioning taxes and Fran Tankerton because stacking the asset column is easy. It's really a low aptitude game. It doesn't take much education. 5th grade math will do, but building your asset column is a game in which attitude plays a major role. It takes guts, patience, and a great attitude towards failure. Losers avoid failing, and failure turns losers into winners. Just remember the Alamo. Overcoming cynicism, or cynicism, I can't remember. You know what? I'm actually gonna cut it because I'm gonna continue later on today. I got some stuff I gotta do, take care of, but I hope you guys and so we just read the first 5 of the failures, or the reason why people fail. Right, the first one was fear, right? Overcoming fear. The second one is cynicism, or or scientism. I guess I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yeah, number 3. Well, here, you guys can see it. It's number 2. You guys see it? Oh no, I'm not even on it. Oh, there we go. Focus, focus, focus. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. But anyway, yeah, that's the word I can't freaking pronounce, I guess. Number 3 is laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. So I just read failure or fear, overcoming fear. Then overcoming cynicism is next, and then laziness. So I'm very interested in how to, overcome these obstacles. All right. So yeah, the reason I'm started this channel is because I wanted to. I know I'm getting off topic here, but the reason I started this channel is because I wanted to, I guess I just wanted to provide financial literacy to all, right? Yes, we hear all those, gurus out there or whatever, those people who are, highly successful, right? Granted, they are highly successful in their fields of study, whether that's being influential or being an influencer and all that good stuff, and creating businesses, and and they all started on YouTube or doing funny stupid videos or whatever, things of that nature, right? So but they talked about like reading books and investing in themselves. So this is my way of investing in myself and sharing this wealth with you guys. I'm not telling you guys, hey, go out and buy this book, even if I haven't read it or something, and hey, click the link in the bio or something to buy this book. It taught me a lot, right? But no, I rather just read the books to you guys. That way you guys are reading it with me, listening to the book, and hopefully I'll keep on going. If you guys like the content, like I said, leave comments, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have, or if you guys recommend any books on personal finance or real estate, stocks, or just anything, marriage, whatever. I'm happy to read it, because if I read it, I'm learning, right? I comprehend it more. That's just my way of comprehending it a lot more, reading it out loud. So why not record it and post it on YouTube so that you guys can also gain knowledge, or you guys can also go out and read the book. But once again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I'll do another book later on. I'll finish this chapter out, chapter 7, and then we got one more chapter. I think it's chapter 8. Yeah, chapter 8. Dang, that's it. Wow. Oh no, I'm sorry, chapter 9. I got chapter 9. Oh, okay. And then a final thoughts type thing. And yeah, I'm almost done. So probably like another, it's 352 it ends. I'm at 247. So, we still got like 100 pages. So, yeah, looking forward to reading it to you guys and continue reading it to you guys. And I'll post another video on, what to read next. I only have a few books. I just recently bought these books. But I'll be definitely buying more for my collection here, and sharing the wealth. All right. But thank you guys once again. Be sure to give the channel a like and a subscribe, and appreciate you guys for listening in and tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. All right. Deuces.